We off in this place, catching vibes, sit back and we blaze in the sky like I'm out of space.
What's going on, cigar world? What's going on, cigar enthusiasts? This is Jack, the cigar enthusiast, and I'm in.
With John the Cigar Baker.
And we are back with the virtual smoke deck, man. How's everybody doing today? Hey, man, we don't know what's going on with the glitching and the snitching and all that stuff, but clearly, well, yeah.
Okay, it was a glitch. It was a glitch.
It was a glitch. You know, just free. Man, we are the virtual smoke deck, man. It's happy to see you guys on this lovely Sunday. Hope everybody is having a fantastic Sunday and you know, just being very, very eventful, man. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell, give us a huge thumbs up if you watch from YouTube. If you watch from Facebook, don't be the only one to have this amazing content at your fingertip. Man, go ahead and press the share button. Create a watch party, man. Get it in people's hands, man. We about to go over some good stuff. And plus, we need to have a party, y'all. It needs to have a party today. Johnny got officially released from Facebook jail. So he is no longer, he on probation though.
Listen.
But he out.
Let's talk about that because I don't think we ever discussed how I don't even know how I got in. I do know. It was some stuff I posted last year. And apparently there needs to be, hey, Darnell, and we're on bad terms right now because he commented on my picture and was like, Carter's chest is bigger than mine. Yo, I was like, damn. Hey, listen, I'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'll be in Jacksonville.
Hey, 2 weeks. Hey, he gonna say I got my son in 2 weeks.
Coming in hot.
So it's something that you posted last week.
Last year.
Last
year. So I don't know, like, which that's not the first time I heard Facebook doing some stuff like that. They always do it. But I guess like the filters or whatever type of computer systems they use, it just like it picked it up. And I'm not gonna say what I posted, but it didn't have any vulgar language. I wasn't swearing. I wasn't calling anybody out of their name. I was just lonely. You know. I was just lonely. So I mean, that's what happened, man. That's what happened.
You were just lonely.
Hey, listen, what's that saying? Desperate times calls for desperate
measures. Yeah. There you go.
I was trying to measure something, and it wasn't a damn rectangle. Either.
Oh my God! You know, but I told Johnny as part of his co-hosting gig here on a virtual self deck, he had to stay out of jail. And Facebook, he need Facebook, man. Johnny went through some ringers this last month.
Well, hurt, boy. I ain't have my son.
And
Carter was gone.
That boy was lonely. That boy was lonely. Golly, man. Hey, we happen to be back though, Johnny. Hey, last week was a crazy show, and we have a lot. I mean, that particular show, we try to run through that show in a matter of.
I think we topped out like an hour and a half or some change like that, man.
But we can't cover PCA in a whole hour and a half.
Not at all.
It just doesn't make sense, man. We had two great interviews. That we had last week, and we still got a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. But Johnny is the main host today. I'm just here doing Johnny's role, man.
The main host. Hey, so I mean, let's see. Where exactly can we start, man?
Man, we can start wherever you would like. I mean, if you want to do a recap of last week, while I get some of these cigars out that is coming out, we can do that as well.
And matter of fact, before we speaking of cigars that came out, man, I'm gonna jump ship here. Speaking of cigars that came out, you got Drew Estate this past week at the Barn Smoke. We went to the one down in Claremont.
I seen that. Who has fields out there?
It looked like a solid event. Yo, it looks. People travel. I did not know that. Yo,
literally.
Like I was like some of these mugs that were at Claremont, at the 20 acre farm, Them jokers traveled all the way to what is that, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, but they Drew State just released the H99 Corojo, right? Which, matter of fact, I just remember, Jack, when we went down to Claremont, they released the Lancero, the Phineas gauge.
The
H99 Phineas gauge.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
We smoked it, remember? I don't know if you smoked it.
I remember the H99, but I didn't know. I thought, no, you're thinking of the Lancero, the one that came out.
The Phineas gauge, right? It's called the Phineas gauge.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Because they gave us one in our goodie bag, but it didn't have the proper band on it. But then I swear.
Oh yeah, and that was the one with the white label, right?
The white label one, yeah. And then like a week later, they finally pushed it out to stores. And like I tell everybody, I was never a fan of like the it was Robusto or Toro, the H99. It wasn't my groove at all. I wasn't a fan. But I'm kind of anticipating what this Corojo here is gonna smoke like.
Man, you know that. So if I'm not mistaken, they released them in a kind of systematic way, to where one was. So I know the Lanceros came out. The Lanceros had. Hey, I didn't buy that lighter, bro. That was $5.5 million. That's somebody. We all. You know what? I'm gonna make an NFT for that lighter itself, and we all pitch in, and then if we all get it, I will hold the rights to actually holding the lighter down, but I will guard it with the same bodyguard that was there in the goddamn Vegas.
Hey,
Dude was big as hell.
Hire me to be the guard, man.
Oh shit, we getting robbed. We getting goddamn robbed if you guarding it.
Hey, Charles, what's up, brother? Tennessee.
Hey, Tennessee in the house. Ledrick, man, what's up, my
what's
bro?
What's good with you, man?
H99 Phineas gauge.
Phineas gauge, man.
So that's the one they just released, man. So honestly, I think Drew, I don't know. Like Drew Estates is weird, man. I'm gonna just say that they are weird. And they are weird because they claim they don't, support the PCA and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then turn around and do all the shit that people at PCA do. People that support PCA, like release new cigars. I don't even know what this is, but release new cigars. Well, really old blends, but newer, coming out on a mass production. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Drew, but they're just weird, man. It's just weird how they operate and certain things come about. But nevertheless, that H99 is for pretty much retailers with 7 stores. You have to have like 100 billion facings of Drew Estate in order to get it. So Dapper D's won't have it.
Hey, what's that? Like 7 different sizes of the Fat Ball to Betty.
Bro, I was like, God damn, you only made 3.
You gotta make up shit to meet the criteria, man.
Bro, literally.
Carry every size of the Nickel Rustica.
So speaking of that, what's up, Daquan? Speaking of that, what's even crazier is it's damn near how it is.
Yeah.
Like the shit that they come up with that you got to get in. And I brought in factory smokes. I don't fucking. Hey, look. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna sell them to you.
Yeah.
Cause I only got one bundle of each size that they carry. One bundle. But I tell you what, don't bring that shit in my lounge.
No,
I don't be smoking that trash. Hey, smoke the good shit, not the bullshit. That's what we talked about. Hey, look. Man, I've been seeing everybody smoking those. That's a good friend of ours, Ron out of South Carolina, man. He came out with a freaking a whopping. I actually think I got all of them right here.
The dude makes some incredible sticks, man. I mean, like literally, like it was so weird. The first time Ron, let's like freaking 3 years ago, something like that. Almost 3 years ago, probably more. Ron had this Connecticut, Ecuadorian, and I think it was in a Toro, maybe it was like a Toro size, and that's when I first, because like when I first started smoking Jack, I never smoked anything like mild. It was a mistake on my part. I never smoked anything mild.
You was too big for that, right?
I was just jumping. I mean, I'll be in the morning time and light up a damn Jaime Garcia. You know, like what the fuck are you doing? But
Literally.
we're all at this Connecticut, and it was so weird because it was one of the only smokes that I've ever tasted. Like, it reminded me of like Prego. I know that sounded so fucking weird, but like Prego, Italian, it's Italian.
The
tomato
seasoning.
sauce. No, yeah. The tomato sauce. It reminded me of like the Prego tomato sauce, of like basil, like herbs and like an Italian seasoning. It was weird. And I
That boy had a whole goddamn spaghetti salad.
I was at, what did he call it? Carrabba's. He does Italian food. I was at Carrabba's.
Yeah.
Man. It was a good smoke.
Really? You know, I haven't got to him. I'm actually first time I'm pulling all this out. So I came back here to like a cluster hell. Even though my manager Darnell is supposed to be doing this damn thing, but did a terrible job, I guess.
Hey, Darnell, I got your back, dog.
I got your back. I got your back. It wasn't your fault, man. It wasn't your fault. No, I was just playing. He did a really good job. It was shit out of our control that happened. And but I haven't pulled all this out, man. So I think I got pretty much the new stuff that came out. Yeah. So last week we gave y'all a show. Actually, we gave y'all a 4-hour show that in an hour and a half.
It really was.
And it really felt like it too. Like I got done with that show last week. It was like, oh, I'm tired, man. I'm like, man, the energy was crazy. You know, we had the banjos in the background with the do.
You had the blends. You had the blends.
Oh man, I forgot about that. I don't know what the hell what I was doing.
So let's check this. So one of the biggest, I guess, anticipated factors from PCA, right? We'll go big, then we'll go small. Well, not small, but lesser. One of the biggest anticipated factors. Look at Jack. We just showing out all the goodies.
Bro, we about to go through it. I promise.
One of the biggest anticipated factors was the Forte Padron release.
Correct.
And we got a lot more clarification on that, man. Matter of fact, I forgot the dimensions of the cigar actually, and I screenshotted it here because they specified the dimensions on the cigar. Oh, Darnell's funny.
Darnell, man, boy, that boy, hey, boy, about to get it. Yeah, he might get on the phone and be like, Jack, man, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, man?
Let's see. Alrighty, yes, right here. Hold on. I know I specified the dimensions. Oh, yeah, 7 by 50. 7 by 50 at the church. You're right. Yep, 7 by 50.
All right, I'm ready.
You good? You Gucci?
I'm ready now. I got it all in front of me. It just took some time. But yeah, I mean, one of the most anticipated projects, and obviously, I tell you what, man. Not only was we anticipating it, but so was all the other retailers, man. It was a freaking show over there during that time, and I wasn't able to actually. I wasn't able to kind of linger around because we had the show at 4. But I mean, they had like the the party favors,
confetti.
Confetti.
Yeah.
Man, it was a good deal. They didn't say too much, very little words. Displayed it and then closed it down, man. And so everybody is. I mean, it's the big talk of the town, right? I posted it in our other group, actually me and your group, the Brothers of the Leaf online, and I mean a lot of great feedback, you know, and people are excited about it. And then obviously, I think the other people, what's up, Cruz? I think the other people, you know, are really thinking that it's going to be out of touch with, you know, their pockets and different things of that nature. And go ahead.
That's my next question, Jack. The common smoker, pop, because we understand every shop ain't getting a fucking cigar. I mean, that's just the nature of the game.
Right.
But on the flip side, I want to know if retailers purchase this box, are they going to sell it as individual sticks or just boxes?
I'm not.
Yeah?
I'm not. I'm not. And the thing about it, like Fine and Rare, right? So Alec Bradley Fine and Rare they come out with a Fine and Rare every single year, right? And it's a big exclusive ordeal where they are putting some of the best tobacco into this box, and they actually don't sell them individually, try to sell them by the box. And we actually, because we just was holding on to them, we bust one open and started selling them by the stick, and they're a hit. So for me, what selling that Fine and Rare by the stick did for me, it built confidence for people that are Alec Bradley fans. It built confidence for them to know that, hey, when I do get this Fine and Rare, it's going to be a good cigar. Right.
And I guess we're talking about, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Because we're talking about Padron Fuente here. So anybody that's going to purchase that box, number one, we can already tell you, they know it's going to be a damn good cigar. I mean, it's going to be two damn good cigars. Secondly, if you got money like that, between $2,000 and $5,000 to drop on a box, that's not your first box purchase.
No.
So for the everyday smoker, I think it will be out of reach.
It will.
Most definitely.
But certain things in life, we don't discount anybody, right?
Absolutely.
Because I think this is one of the most highly anticipated releases that you will have people that probably never bought boxes before. Buy this box, right? And there's a couple of reasons why, right? One of the main reasons is everybody is not going to have them. And in order to smoke it, you had to purchase the box. You're talking, and I honestly don't think it's going to be $5,000. I've crunched all the numbers. At best, Opus X, I think the high end is 1,000. At the high end of a Padron. Now, Padron came out with their 50th anniversary castle. But look at what you got for that. That was $5,000. That was $5,000. But you got 300 cigars with it. You got a beautiful humidor that was labeled like it was only, I think, like 500 made or something like that. And you got like 500, the exclusivity of knowing that there was only like 500 made. I don't know the exact number, so if you know the exact number, go ahead and put it in the thing. But I want to say it's like 500 humidors. I put it like this. I seen the humidor in one house, and the dude had 4 Christmas trees in that one house. Which one of them was a Louis Vuitton tree? So with that being said, like people that really have that disposable income, this is something that they will purchase. Now, I would say this. If you didn't want anything for Christmas, you don't want anything for your birthday, this is something that you tell your daughter.
Combine the two.
Hey, you better go ahead and get them.
It's Christmas, my birthday, Father's Day. This is the anniversary present. And Renisha, you hear Jack, right?
that girl at the grocery store shopping.
Man.
But more or less than anything, like I said, you're talking about something that is just going to be off the wall. Something that is people are definitely going to kill for. And then also, if you don't get it, retail, black market, resale,
they gonna smack your head.
It's probably gonna be $4,000 to $6,000.
They gonna smack your head.
But I honestly think this is going to be probably a $2,000 project. $2,000.
God.
And I think it's going to be a combination of a whole bunch of swag and different things of that nature. Did we talk about the sampler?
We did.
That Fuente sold for $57,000?
Hold on, tell me. Hold on. How many cigars?
At an auction?
Let's see.
I want to say it was like 15, 17 or something like that.
Golly.
It sold at an auction for $57,000. It was a charity case. I
Yep.
mean, the thing was like, the thing was probably like,
Let's see if I can do some nuggets.
like it was like 5 of these or 6 of these put together, like long. But the damn thing was crazy. It was crazy.
I wish I could find. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
But I'm sure you won't be able to find this on the internet.
Yeah.
But they're coming out with those, to my understanding. They're coming out with those. And that cigar, I think that's going to be retail for like $700-800 for a sampler. Crazy. For a sampler. And then they're coming out with the Eye of the Shark this year.
Yes.
So if some of the retailers, chose to spend a little money with them, they're going to get Eye of the Shark and Opus X Eye of the Shark. So very interesting box press. Billy Cusco's, the Don Carlos and the Opus X line. So should be, very neat. So last week we kind of matched through a whole bunch of different cigars that I think I was highly anticipating, and different things of that nature. But we didn't talk about this one cigar that Fuente did for everybody, called the PCA One-Time Limited Release.
Yeah.
It was the one time this was ever going to be created. We discussed this blend for like an hour and a half with everybody there.
Yeah.
And Fuente wasn't really too impressed with it. It was something that Jose Blanco came up with, and kind of Greg Zimmer with PCA was like, hey, let's do it. And this is kind of what they came out with. I smoked it on Friday. It was actually a decent smoke, but I can see where Fuente said this cigar is just all right. Now there was a lot of people kissing ass in there. Oh my God, Fuente, you make good. No, papi, too low, baby.
So,
it's everything.
I'm gonna tell you. So I got a friend of mine who just purchased he purchased a box of the Opus 20s, right? The Opus 20 years. And because it's tied to the question with that cigar. Do you think that cigar will get better with age on it? Like if you let it sit some time?
I think any cigar, like
I don't know about any cigar, because some cigars.
Wait, hold on. You didn't even let me fucking finish. God damn, boy. You didn't even let me get it out.
Go ahead.
Damn. I think any cigar that is worth the shit, aged well, will do that much justice.
Yeah.
Foundation makes a David and Goliath, man.
Great
People, a fucking amazing cigar, but it does much better in age.
I'm gonna tell you,
much better.
That anniversario, they got the 5-year anniversario. That was like the Perfecto size cigar.
Yeah.
That cigar does better with age. Because the Boonya, I'll tell you right now, I was not a fan when I first smoked it.
Yeah.
I think we had to let it sit.
You had to let it sit.
This is a different cigar.
But I think personally, when you spend that type of money on a box of cigars, the 20th anniversary, the 80th anniversary by Padron, anytime you spend a good amount of money on a box, don't get so like happy that it's like, oh my God, I purchased my first box. Like, smoke one, cool. Yeah. Sit it in your humidor and forget about it.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard. You're talking, a couple $100 that you're just gonna sit in your humidor. But at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You gotta let that job sit. Man, I fell in love with the Mil Diaz 2021, which was a Churchill Mil Diaz 7x50. That damn cigar was amazing. So I ended up getting me a box, and it's been tucked away. I gave Darnell one the other day. It started pluming because I forgot about it. But that's what you do Now when I smoked it, I was like, damn,
Whole different smoke, man.
a whole different smoke.
Whole different smoke.
But you got to also realize too is they are pumping these cigars out left and right.
Yes.
I mean, so I know that they're talking about, you know, hey, we're only making a few, and you know, we're select and prime and blah blah blah. But as soon as they get those made and they got a full production run, they're selling them.
Yep.
They're selling them.
So, Jack, speaking of sitting on, because we talked about the Pride 2, we talked about the MX3. I'm going to revisit it. I'm going to revisit it after some time. I'm going to buy a couple and I'm going to revisit it.
You should.
I'm
And
going to revisit it.
I haven't. So our prior to show, Johnny, I can disclose.
Yeah, go ahead.
Johnny said he hated the cigar, but that ain't what his post said yesterday. That is not what his post said. So it sounded like he getting sponsored by General or something, which don't say that too loud.
When I lit it up, man, I was still in that first third, man, and I was like, okay. By the time I got to I didn't even make it to the final third, and which is terrible because I try to give all cigars the benefit of the doubt, but I just couldn't. Maybe I was drinking some wine, so maybe it has something to do with the wine as well.
But it's like, I'll be honest with you, I don't have the time nor the desire to smoke a cigar I don't like. So if I don't like it, I'll put it in my ashtray and let that shit go out and light something else up like I'm about to do now. Because at the end of the day, I don't got time to be smoking bullshit, okay?
Hey, oh my God.
I don't have time to do it.
But
I don't have time.
Jack, if it's your first time smoking it, we call it, everybody call it research and development, R&D.
Yep, R&D.
You got to give that product that full chance to do what it need to do. What is that there? R&D?
That's the Olemac. That's the Olemac. That's the newest core line production by Foundation. Now Foundation don't miss, man. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something, and you said it earlier. I'm not telling you that. I don't do that type of stuff.
Hey, right now, I was gonna ask you though.
I ain't gonna do that type of stuff. That's bogus. That's bogus.
That's messy, boy.
That's messy as fuck. Okay. We not doing that. We can't do that. No, sir. But Olemac is the newest production. Is the newest core line for Foundation. And I've been hearing great things, mainly from them. Really, yeah. I haven't really heard it from nobody else because nobody else has smoked it.
I'm about to say because it hasn't touched down in shops yet, have it?
No. But I got one for you. I got one for you when you come down.
Oh man.
So Olemac is a new one. I'm really excited about this one. The Anastasia, we talked about it for a little while by Caldwell. I'm really excited about this. I haven't smoked it because he only gave me one, stingy ass. He only gave me one to experiment with.
Speaking of Caldwell, did you see what he posted on social media?
What he post? He's just like you. He's
I'm
fucking
gonna read it just the way he posted it. If he didn't take it down, but if he took it down, I think I took a screenshot because it was hilarious.
He's just like you. He reminds me of you.
Yo, okay, so I'm gonna read it. It was like the day after PCA, or like that evening. He was like, so if you leave the show early as a manufacturer, the PCA, he said, then the PCA or whatever the fuck they're called this year will get upset. But then you see all the board members sitting in the airport lounges on the way out of town while the show is still going on. He was like, what little bitchs? I saw that and I died laughing. I was like, yo, this is hilarious. This is honest. So last year, Jack, there was
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Before you continue on, PCA is so over fucking whelming.
Okay, yeah.
And I can. I'm saying that from a retailer.
Yeah.
Don't just imagine. Just take a step back.
Yeah. And
imagine. Mind you, Robert Caldwell don't give a fuck. He doesn't try to like make you happy. Like I can tell he likes me a little bit, right? But like other people, no. But then you have some that just wants to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to want to make people happy. But you're talking about you retailers can be very, 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 very finicky at times.
Yeah.
Because they feel like I'm spending hundreds. I only know a couple companies that spend hundreds of thousands with one company, but I spent tens of $1,000s with this company. I should be able to sit down and have a conversation with Rocky Patel.
Yeah.
I should be able to sit down and talk with George.
Yeah.
I should be able to sit down and talk with Carlito. Just think about that.
At PCA.
Like you can't. It's not something that you can do. So a lot of the conversations they become basic as hell.
Yeah.
How you doing? How's the show going? What's your favorite cigar? The bullshit that we don't ask on the virtual smoke day. And people are legitimately not thinking about the person here. They don't care, right? But that's same like a celebrity, right? People don't give a damn what a celebrity thinks. I seen a video the other day with Justin Bieber walking into his house, and people was outside his house talking about, can I just get a hug? Can I get a hug? And he was like, I understand. This is my house. You know what I mean? Like, this is my house. This is like when you go home, you don't want people at your door, talking about some, can I get a hug? You're like, man, this is my house. This is my sanctuary. Legitimately. But at PCA, it's the same thing, but I think it's 20 times worse. And then there's another caveat where you have some consumers that sneak into PCA through connections with their shops and different things of that nature. And we love the consumers, obviously, and they love the consumers, obviously, but you're talking people doing $100,000 at the PCA. They're not trying to sit down and talk. Like,
nope.
Like even me and Jeff caught up during PCA.
Yeah.
Me and actually the wives hit it off really well. Me and Abe caught up. But I told them, I said, look, we'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine what my small operation doing.
Yeah.
But they're spending
money,
$100,000 with one company.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Then so for these retailers, for these manufacturers, it really does get to a point where it's draining. It's draining. Yeah. It's fucking draining. I came back tired.
Listen, last year it was a big uproar about like influencers being at PCA, and I saw a couple articles. I read a couple articles about this year's PCA in regards to like influence. And then so there were two, because there's always good and bad about anything in life, right? And one of the I wouldn't necessarily say bad, but one of the points that people brought up too was one was the involvement of those influencers being at PCA. They ain't coming here to spend no fucking money. No. I mean, they're not coming here to spend money. So and they're pretty much a headache. Pictures and all that other tomfoolery. And then the other thing is, which I thought it was kind of like an oxymoron, because I saw a couple articles and posts about the politics, which, if you understand, PCA is our advocate.
Very political.
So a lot of people posted about the politics of PCA in regard to I guess, matter of fact, even if you go back to the status that Caldwell posted and you read within the comments, some of the comments were a little, but I think you got your little BITCHs everywhere. People that cry about anything, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but those are kind of the things that are kind of
I honestly believe, so we done had Glenn. I'd have had Glenn on the show.
Yeah.
I'd have had Josh Habursky on the show. I'd have been asked to be a panelist for certain segments of PCA, not only PCA, but even their world policy things.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, like like people legitimately be fucking crying about nothing. Like
Literally.
and it's like if they didn't get their back stroked or back rubbed by the certain person, they get fucking butthurt. And I'm trying to tell you, the worst ones is the retailers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they get mad at every fucking body because their stuff is not working how they want it to work.
And let me guess, it's probably the retailers that don't even spend X amount of capital or X amount of dollars. They spend in.
You know, I'll be honest with you, and I don't want to seem like a bigot or, you know, like this fucking this whatever guy, but if you go to Palencia and spend $700, like I don't even know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah.
And you go to Padron and spend $1,000 or $2,000.
That's what, 3 boxes.
Like, come on, man. We gotta be talking the shit, and you legitimately getting mad at people because you know some people get treated favorites. Hey, look, I ain't gonna stunt. It ain't too many people that you're gonna treat me different from. But if it come to Abe and Jeff, hey, you take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I already understand
the
type of money that I ain't gonna disclose the number. Nah, I'm gonna say this. There was a certain retailer that because they spent X, Y, and Z, then that the certain manufacturer gave the wife X, Y, and Z amount of money, and it wasn't just $1,000. It was more than that. It was more than that. Okay, so I'm just telling you now that if you're going to your local brick and mortars and they're not really producing but have a lot to say, like I would tell them to shut the fuck up, because it's like,
really,
like, why the fuck are you coming here? Your humidor is 2 foot by 2 foot. Like, what are you doing?
Cabinets. What are you?
Cabinets. Like, you don't even have the inventory. You don't even have the room to bring in inventory.
Hey, which nothing wrong with cabinets, but you got some of these guys got. There's one. I'm gonna shout the shop out here, man, because it's probably the best cigar shop in Columbia, South Carolina, and it's called the Medora Room. Jack, if we ever come back to Charleston, man, we'll take a trip up, man. You'll love it. Those guys are amazing, and they have cabinets that line. I mean, it's a narrow shop, but they got cabinets that line both walls from start of the shop to the back, in the middle, and I mean, yeah. Stat.
And those are the people that I respect.
Yeah.
And if you gotta, Jack get personal out here. No, I ain't.
Personal.
What I get personal about? I didn't get personal. But I'm just saying, like legitimately, like a lot of these people that be bitching is retailers. And a lot of the retailers are bitching because people get treated different than them. And it's like, I can't compare with what fucking Coronas is doing. I'm not, trust and believe. If it's between me and Jeff, take Jeff, man. One, I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna watch anyway. I'm gonna just sit back and watch and be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want me to do or what you want me to say about that. But at the end of the day, like, people legitimately be bitching, man. They be bitching. So, but the show is very draining. Retailers, I got done with everything I need to do on Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't go back to that showroom floor on Monday or Tuesday, with the exception of maxing out my gift card for food. Yeah. I got like 20,000 pieces. I just started buying people pieces because I had too much money on that damn card that they gave me for free. So I'm telling one guy was like, I was like, hey, wait, I need to see. He was like, what do I need to wait for? I was like, well, fucking pay for it then. I ain't gonna stop you. And go ahead. So the guy at the register was like, Jesus, guy, if you'd have just waited a second, he was gonna pay for your stuff.
Oh man.
He was like, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Let's go. Because you just got to be patient. Like, it ain't shit at this show going nowhere. You can go talk to everybody and whatever you want with the show. So,
Hey,
Johnny
speaking
Go
of
ahead.
bitching, man. Since we're on that topic, man, let's talk about this whole General Fuente. What's going on?
Man,
What
so I heard about this at the show. Didn't quite know what the fuck people were talking about. But they was like, yeah, Fuente needs to, save up for this lawsuit they're getting. And I was like, huh? Like, I was baffled. I was like, who's suing Fuente? But General just came out, Scandinavian Tobacco Company and Trust. No, Scandinavian Tobacco
You're right, Tobacco Group. Yep.
STG came out and said they are suing Fuente for the use of the X. I don't know where this is gonna go.
I really don't know either, man. I mean,
I don't know. I don't even think nobody owns the trademarks to X.
the alphabet does.
The school systems do. I don't know. What are you gonna do? You gotta go to court and be like, the use of X is X-rated. Like, what do you do? Like, it's like, are you gonna sue? Are you gonna sue
Pornhub? I mean, you can sue a lot of X's. Triple X.
You can sue. You can sue. Goddamn, the hospitals for you calling it X-ray. It's just an X with the ray. But I don't know. I really don't. I think this is going to be a highly publicized court case, and I think whoever wins is gonna, especially if Carlito win. If Carlito win, that boy about to chop on they Peter Weeder. Chop on a Peter Weeder, dog. So read the article.
So it says the letter issued. So this is a letter by Fuente to General, right? It says we acknowledge and understand that the mark is being used with the CAO house mark, but because of the prominent X or use of the mark, the BX3, which I just smoked last night, is likely the cause of confusion with Fuente and its X marks for smokers articles. Thus, we request that you cease use of this and any other Fuente trademark so that consumers are not deceived. First of all, we will never be deceived.
So hold on. So Fuente is suing General. You're muted. We don't hear you. We don't hear you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Nope, you're muted now. So honestly, I don't know. All right. Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what happened. But yeah, so it says General Arturo Fuente on legal battle over the X and its use on the new CAO BX brand. According to Fuente, the prominent use of the letter X on the CAO, the BX3, okay, Fuente is suing General.
Fuente is suing General.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, how's Scandinavian Tobacco Group suing Fuente for an X? So, okay, this should be interesting. And he said that they own the trademarks to X.
And this is not the first time that Fuente has tried to hold on to that X mark. You see how they just changed the whole narrative of our conversation?
Literally.
Like, okay, Fuente suing. Okay, all right.
It makes sense. It makes sense now. It makes sense.
They did it with Gurkha as well back in 2007.
Fuente sued Gurkha?
Yes.
Everybody should sue Gurkha. Everybody should go to their fucking local business lawyer. And if you don't have one, I have one that I give you, and sue Gurkha for making trash ass cigars.
Oh man.
You know, I had a random customer come in one day and was like, man, Gurkha is just so trash. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? But I was like, I agree.
Oh, wow.
The rep came in. It was like, hey, will you be interested in Gurkha? I said, yeah, in the trash. In the trash, like, no, we don't sell Gurkha. But people love Gurkha, man.
I'll tell you why, because it's some cheap bastards. They some cheap bastards. Whoa, I take that back. There's one Gurkha that I can't smoke, Jack, and it's the It's the Heritage.
The Heritage,
It's the Gurkha Heritage. It's like a little small little figurado shape.
not the Ghost.
Hell no, man. That ghost is. Hey, yo, I tell you this. I used to smoke the Ghost when I didn't know better. Okay, when I didn't know better.
I tell you what, Gurkha had a beautiful booth at the show. I tell you, I don't remember it being. I would say I've never seen I've never seen that booth packed out.
Wow, I wouldn't know. That's no surprise to me, man. Who the
I've
fuck-
never seen it packed out.
I'm
Never seen it packed out.
not smoking, but the Heritage is not bad. The Heritage is not bad, man. But yeah,
So hold on. Let's ask a question. Hey, all our viewers watching right now, will you smoke Gurkhas? Why or why not, and which ones?
and if you do, go ahead and log out for it. We like. Go ahead and sign up.
Hey, literally one signed off too.
Hey, yo, if you was a yes, go ahead and just ain't no hard feelings.
Exit stage left. We'll
no
come
hard
back and bring you
feelings.
some
I
more.
promise you, ain't no hard feelings, man.
Exit stage left. Yeah, just throw the shit away. No, cannot do it. Right?
Hell no.
Me either.
Wait, Memphis, we not doing it, man. We not doing it, Memphis.
At all. So anyway, so let's talk about some brands that actually came out with a new cigar.
Yeah.
LFD came out with one called the Solaris. Solus, excuse me. Slowless. I haven't smoked it yet. It's supposed to have a Colorado Calero wrapper on there.
That's LFD, man. So let's hope those cigars can make it to retailers.
Actually make it to retailers. That is true. That is true. I talked about this the Vero Chew,
Okay.
one by Tata Waihe.
Yep.
Tata Waihe, just like Crown Heads. I told John after we got the show, I said, God damn, man, why you release so many damn cigars in 1 year? Like how many you can I think it comes out with like at least 7 blends a fucking year. 7. And out of the ones that him and the factory made, they came out with this one. I had some. No, not that one. I didn't pull the rest of them out, but it's like 5 or 6 of them. The Maria Lucci that I was smoking, came out. I think it's still a great cigar. I think it just need age on it. I think it just need a little age on it. But Saka came out with some shit too, man. I think that have you had the Stillwell yet?
I have, and I actually smoked it. I'm gonna revisit. I smoked it. I was driving back from Buford Tobacco down in Buford. Shout out to my guy Raj. And I was smoking in the car. I did enjoy it. Yeah. But that was the only time I smoked it. Yeah.
There's 4 blends of it. So when you smoke, so like we're gonna have a 4-pack of them, like so where you can actually get a 4-pack in them. But it's a 4-pack, and it comes with like all the other different sizes. They come in a whole bunch. It's weird. It's like 4 different ones. One's an aromatic number 1. That one has like the sweet tip on that one. But then now they're coming out with a holiday one, which has a white wrapper. That's going to be a freaking phenomenal. The Saka Bewitched.
Yeah.
Is fucking throw cigars at you. Another one that they just came out with, which I mean, I've been hearing a lot of people coming out. We actually got those ashtrays coming in too. Those leaf ashtrays.
That's boy. Them shit is
but hey, them ones is cold. But you gotta buy 2 boxes to get one of those. Yeah, and that's their rules.
Yeah.
But there's some other ways I think we're gonna play with it and kind of experiment with it as well. That should really be fun. But I think overall a very successful show. unfortunately, General should probably come to PCA, and they could have probably sat down and talked about the X. This thing right here is going to be a freaking monster too, man.
Yeah.
Aganorsa, dog. Since Terrence got over there and started rebranding that whole you dig over there, man. They've been putting out some good shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've been putting out some heat, some straight fire, man. And their validation line, the validation line, that is, and what's crazy is, you probably know this, Johnny, is that line was the Casa Fernandez line.
Yo, I just smoked the Connecticut like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And actually, I just posted a picture last night. My homegirl, we had an ICC Imperial Cigar Club meeting last night. She was smoking it. Yo, that cigar is straight gasoline.
Which one? The Connecticut?
The Connecticut.
Which one?
The Aganorsa Leaf. Let's see, I'll pull it up right here.
Connecticut. Oh, you're talking about the Validation.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Yeah. That cigar is straight gas, bro. And what's crazy is it's funny how it changes, right? I'm gonna give you one thing this is actually how I used to shop for cigars. So when I first came in, think about this. When you go clothes shopping or anything like that, you don't shop for clothes based on the brand, really. I mean, yeah, the brand matters, but it's based on what you think and how you think it'll look good on you, right? The colors, color combination. Same thing in branding of cigars. Absolutely. Like a lot of people don't put the amount of resources that they need to put into branding,
and they should never get smoked.
Legitimately, and that's what they realized with the Casa Fernandez line was the branding. The branding was subpar, which is why the brand, kind of suffered for the Casa Fernandez line, and so they rebranded it in totality, and I think it really came out to something special, something great, in overall context to what it was. I think it's still similar to the same blend, just how the Aganorsa changed, with all their signature and signature selection, how that changed. But overall, I think it matters. And when it comes to branding of cigars, and a lot of people don't really realize that, especially in the beginning. I think one of the smartest things Cavalier did was they created something that no matter what they put on it, they have created their X, if that makes sense. They have created their X, their opus, right, with their signature thing. If you haven't heard of Cavalier, I'm sure you heard of the one that has a 24 karat piece of wrapper on there that you can smoke, and that's their pickup line. Yeah, and you're like, yeah, actually, I have seen that. I haven't smoked too many of them, but I've seen that. Why? Because it pops. It is wow. So I think overall the context of them redoing that validation, it really unified that brand. It created a very Perdomo approach or a Ashton approach to that brand. So now it looks uniform. Like even on a shelf, you get the different facings, and it's like the potato chip. Everybody loves, especially Perdomo. They love the potato chip display, to where the more bags of potato chips you have, the more likely you're gonna buy potato chips.
Visibility. Yep.
Even boxes of cereal, same concept. Think about it. When you go to Aldi's and get the goddamn the fruity rocks versus the fruity pebbles, but to get the fruity rocks, there's a difference in the display for you wanting fruity pebbles versus fruity rocks.
And the taste.
But sometimes the cheapest cereal be the bombest. It just gets soggy quick. It get real soggy. I'm for real. It get real soggy, man. Hey, one of the main parts of the show that I wanted to get to, man. I want to hear from y'all. Nobody responded about the Gurkha.
Well, Dwayne did. Memphis did, which
he said, "No, I can't do it."
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Is he from Memphis?
Yes, he is. He is.
Where,
But he lived down here. He spoke with us, so he lived down here. Where you from,
where,
Memphis?
what part of Memphis you from, Dwayne? I lived in Memphis for 3 years, man. I love Memphis. Like a lot of people, like, oh my God, I hate Memphis. I never moved back there. But Memphis was
Is it
one.
dangerous?
No,
I thought Memphis was dangerous, man.
Memphis is. Nah, don't get me wrong. Based on Raleigh, Egypt area, right there off of I need to be picked up. What are you talking about? I used to recruit Raleigh, Egypt High School. That's right in between like going towards Millington and all that stuff, behind Bartlett and all that good stuff. Yep. So I'm very familiar with Memphis. Love Memphis. That's actually where I got started at, man. But we want to hear from you guys. Who is somebody that you want to see on the show? I mean, I don't give a damn who it is. If you say it, I can make it happen. This year, the rest of the year, you will see Orlando Padron.
Yeah.
You'll see George Padron. You'll see Lito Gomez. You'll see Lito Gomez Jr. You're gonna see obviously we got 10 Ozinger, but we're probably gonna get another segment of just him.
Yeah.
Not at PCA, just at the show. We're gonna get Nick Perdomo. Because we were actually waiting on Nick to do his segment, and I'm too short for Gurkha. Oh man, so we're gonna get we got Nick. We were gonna do Nick in Nicaragua at his factory tour.
Nice.
We're gonna get Carlito. I talked to Carlito, but man, anybody else that you want to see, and obviously we're gonna do some repeats. We're gonna get Steve Saka back on. We're gonna get Alan Rubin. Man, oh my God, that guy is fucking amazing, bro. You haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet, I don't think, Johnny.
No, I haven't.
But man, we were talking at the show, and yeah, so we're gonna get him back on the show. But man, anybody else that y'all want to get on the show, Johnny? I mean, even you, anybody?
Absolutely.
Who you want to see, bro?
I would say we got to tag along Mickey Peg from All Saints.
Man, hey,
Mickey, I got to reach out to Mickey because I've actually smoked with Mickey a couple times. I got to reach out. I'll reach out to Mickey Peg. That's a solid brother right there. And he coming out some damn good smokes.
I can make this happen. Jose Bota Ortega is my rep. I could definitely make this happen. I don't even know who owns Ashton, honestly. Do you?
I don't. Let's see.
I know Mike Green. No, something Green is their VP. But we're gonna get Ashton on. We'll get Jose on. I can get that set up. Shit, I can get that set up for next week. For the whole six. Oh, what? I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Holtz so the owner of Ashton owns Holtz. No, who owns JR? JR is owned by Altadis.
Yeah.
Cigar International is owned by Sebastian from Cavalier. Fun to talk to. James Brown with Black Label. West Tampa Tobacco. Are you talking about Rick on that one, Charles? Peter Gross. You know, I actually talked to Peter from ATO, so I can make that happen too. I got his number. So I can definitely make that happen. Sebastian from Cavalier. Let's I'm gonna have to find that out. Hey, if you would,
so it's a brother named Robert Levine.
That owns Ashton.
That owns Ashton. So together,
I know that's the crazy part.
He also owns Holt Cigar Company as well. Yeah,
wow,
so
yeah.
His brother here. Yeah.
So Don Pepin is going to be a hard one. My father's going to be a hard one, just simply due to the fact that he doesn't speak good English. Even we're going to get Nestor Jr. from Palencia as well. I have that getting set up in the works. We couldn't use Nestor Senior because he just doesn't speak really good English. So Pepin Garcia and Nestor Senior from Palencia is going to be very hard because he does not speak English. Same as AJ. I've been working on AJ for the last year, but AJ doesn't speak really good English either. So it's going to be hard, especially the fact that you speak Spanish, Johnny.
Not at all.
Poquito. That's it. That's about all I got for you. Habla español. Poquito. Hey, but certain ones are going to be hard. Rick, Willie will be good. We actually had Jonathan, but I lost a freaking business card for his manager.
The one we got in Florida.
Yeah. I lost that one. Willie Herrera will be a good one. We actually talked to Willie at the Bar and Smoker too. But that between some of these people, you got to realize are a lot harder to get on.
Yeah.
Than the person may actually think.
Have you done Jeff?
Jeff from Coronas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely.
We can get him back on.
We can get him back.
Yeah, we can get him back on for sure. Willie Herrera. So Willie, Jonathan, Nestor, George Padron. These are people that you actually got to be able to meet in person. Some of these people you can DM, email, and all that. Oh, Dean Parsons. Dean Parsons told me he wants to do the show too.
Nice.
Dean Parsons from Epic Cigars say he wants to do the show. I have a lot of emails I got to send out. No, that's actually on my bucket list to do tomorrow. So we heard you. We're gonna try to make it happen. I get with Jose from Action to see if we can make that happen next week. In the meantime, man, hey, look, we're working. We're gonna constantly be working for the greater good of the Virtual Smoke Deck, and we love you guys. We love everything.
Virtual Smoke Deck. Check this out, man. I cooked dinner today, and I was gonna tag you in my post, Jack, because I was gonna show you how a true Southern boy prepares a Sunday dinner. So
just how you said you ready to learn how to play spades, right?
Hey, that's two separate conversations,
bro. That's shaky. That's shaky now. It's shaky. I don't know if you can cook because you can't play spades, man.
But I was prepping the food. I was tasting it. I dipped the spoon in there. It tasted the food, right? I burned the crap out of my tongue. So the whole time I was smoking this Perdomo here, I ain't taste shit. My palate, I burned my tongue so bad. It's rough out here. It's rough. But anyway.
Hey, look, we're going to make this thing happen, man. We love you guys. Stay tuned. We got some great things wrapping up for the rest of the year for with you guys, and we love what we do, man. So y'all keep coming, y'all keep supporting, keep showing up, showing out, and we're gonna keep doing the same, man. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this segment, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, give us a huge thumb up. That's on YouTube. And if you're watching off of Facebook, man, go to the Virtual Smoke Deck Live on IG and Facebook and go press the follow button so you can get all the notifications of when we're going live. Go support our sponsor, DapperDCigars.com, as well as go follow them on Facebook and IG. We're actually, just doing some good things. We actually have a training coming up on September 3rd. We have a members appreciation if you're in the Jacksonville area, and then we also have a customer appreciation coming up in October. And we got some things. We got a little something going on. And then in 2 weeks, Johnny and the Imperial Cigar Club will be down here in Florida. So if you want to meet Johnny in person, man, come down for that. That'll be a great time.
Hey, Jack, one thing, just don't kick us out. Hey, we gonna have a good time, dog.
Hey, as long as y'all ain't fighting.
No fighting at all. No. We gonna make a dance floor.
Hey, we got you.
That's it.
And we got you. So if you're close to Jacksonville, come down for the weekend. Come enjoy some good cigars and fellowship with us, man. It's gonna be a great time. Until next time, we are the Virtual Smoke Deck. I'm Jack the Cigar Enthusiast.
I'm Johnny the Cigar Banker.
And we are the Virtual Smoke Deck. We love you guys. Stay safe this Sunday. Meeting Johnny is an experience. That is a fact. Until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Peace. Be blessed. Have a great weekend and stay smoking.